Wake up my freaking speaker because I was on the phone while my song was playing. Why should I ring out the year any different from the way I've been all freaking year long? I'm faux pawing and pushing buttons and having a hell of a good time. Oh, well. Heidi ho, everybody, and happy Thor's Day, or as Flash just informed me, happy Whore's Day. Depends on which one you identify with, I guess. And this is Grammy Mary and Grammy's Rocket Chair here on World Truth Radio and RealLibertyMedia.com Channel 9. Also on the WorldTruth.org Spreaker channel. And yeah, it's New Year's Eve. And so this is a special edition. And yeah, I'm going to help Atrax and Grimmy and Moose Girl ring out the Depends-clad Old Year and ring in the diaper-clad New Year. So there you go. Going out with shitty britches and coming in with shitty britches. And let's sling some shit, shall we? Let me put this over here real quick on Facebook, because I actually have quite a few people that are... Thank you ever so much, Mr. Vince, for cluing me in on how that works with the, I know, Rascal, I love you too, with it not putting a link in your status, because when you put a link in your status, then Facebook decides that it's not going to share your status all over God's green earth. And if I don't put a link in it, then people actually see it. So, hey, there you go. Oh, excuse me, a little bit of a belch there. Okay, over here on World Truth. Oh, damn. I'm scrolling down my wall, and there's Trumpelstiltskin and his identical twin brother. Actually, I think that's him. It's one and the same. You know, it's like they always said, you never saw Michael and Janet in the room at the same time either. Okay, over here on World Truth, looks like I got Bo Diddy and the lovely Circling stayed up to listen in. Thank you very much, darling. I also see David and DJ Doom, Flash Somebody, Miri B and Quinn, Heidi Ho, one and all. Atrax, what was that smart-ass remark? Yeah, you think I'm slinging shit now. Just you wait, Atrax. Don't you even start that. Yeah, I know. Get on the short bus. Window lickers to the right. It's your other left. For those of you that are directionally challenged or... Never mind. Okay, over here in the RLM, looks like Asmo's right there at top again because, well, Asmo bought off Barman. I just know he did. I also see Barman is following closely behind, waiting for Asmo to pay him for buying him off. Looky there, there's a lovely Beth Z. And then my favoriteest heavy breather in the whole wide world to help me breathe heavy, ringing out this year because, well, quite frankly, this is the only way and the only time I get to. Unless I'm working in the yard. Hi, Darth Roams. Atrax, he's a naughty boy. I also see Grimner over here, and yes, Grimner approves of the, well, naturally he would because he shared it over here in the RLM. So, yeah, you never see Trump and a troll in the room at the same time, do you? I also see the lovely Moose Girl is here. Yeah, those two will be on later this evening with a special edition of the Freakers Ball. So, yes, please choose your seats now, children, because you will be expected to bounce around all over the place, and who really gives a shit? I also see the lovely Kate is here, as well as yours truly, harassing the help. And looky there, IB Don C is here as well. And Java Doctor 2, which I'm probably going to need an extra dose of that if I'm going to be staying up late enough to ring in the new year with Grimmy and Moosey. Oh, hell, I can do it. I don't have to work tomorrow. What the hell? Looky there, 18 Wabo 9N. That's an interesting name. And 21 Juan V8A. I'm sure that stands for something that my brain is just entirely too taxed. Please don't tax me. I already get enough of that shit from the government. I'll have to write those down and see if I can't figure out if there's some kind of an acronym for some such nonsense. I also see Apostle 2000 is here, still in the future. Sweetheart, when are you going to give me those winning lottery numbers so I can actually part with $1 or $2? Colorado Candy is here as well. Fast, dude. And looky there, Oslo is here along with RLM 21746, Rob Works, Solvenur, Space Wolf. Oh, I got to do this right. Space Wolf. See, I do sound effects very well, don't I? Oh, when we say call, okay, I will do that, Grim. I can do that. Not you, Atrax. And finally, to round out the crew, the one, the only, who does not have the troll hair thing going on, the Atrax is here to round out the, your Skype ain't working? Yes, Atrax, you can use that. I'll call in on Skype. Because I got Grammy's Skype number, by golly. Okay, let's go see what kind of trouble we can get into. Last year was a year full of it. And it just happens to be shit day anyway. Sure, happy it's Thursday. Because, number one, it's New Year's Eve. We're getting rid of this shit year. And tomorrow is New Year's Day. Or there's some of you that have already had your New Year's Day thing. How's it going so far? Is it turning out quite well? Are we still having issues with is? And is Trumple still leading the race? Inquiring minds want to know. Is Bill Cosby still giving people Jell-O jigglers? I saw something about that earlier today and I thought, wow, the cause. I don't know that I necessarily want to go there. No, I don't. Okay, let's see. Oh, Twitter. I gotta check my Twitter. Real quick. I've actually been tweeting today. I know that shocks you guys because I'm just a tweet-tard. Is that anything really remotely related to Sweetheart? I don't think so. It's tweet-tart. Okay. Oh, thank you, Barman, for tweeting me. I will just like that and retweet it right quick while I'm here. I have a kitty cat sleeping on my lap. Which reminds me, I do have... Oh, hi, Brian. Is that Brian as in my ex-brother-in-law, Brian? I will have to check and see real quick. Just a sec. Okay, let me see. It is my ex-brother-in-law. And there's no message. It's just a big blank screen. Hi, Brian. How's things? Facebook is flooded. So let me add another foot. Happy New Year. God bless you. Okay. Happy New Year and God bless you too. The Puddin' Pop. I'm thinking that Puddin' Pop, that's because, everybody says that, okay, not everybody, I do. Men are a pain in the ass, especially when they have bad aim. And I'm thinking that's where the whole Puddin' Pop thing came from. Just saying. His aim's not so good. Y'all are just crazy. Bottom and top. Well, thanks for that mental image there, Atrax. Wow. I'm okay. Alrighty. There's just some things that, wow. When you have a vivid imagination like I do. From Lisa and Steve. Alrighty. Hi, Lisa and Steve. How are you doing? Which reminds me, I posted something on my wall over here on Facebook really quickly, and I'm just going to go there Because, well, yeah, y'all know I have a tendency to go there, whether I'm invited or not. Wrinkles mean you laughed, gray hair means you cared, and scars mean you lived. So, in case you haven't noticed, I have laughed a time or two. And those of you that have seen pictures of me, yeah, it's pretty obvious that I cared. And, well, Grace is not my name for a reason because I have absolutely none. So, yes, I have a few scars as well. So, I really like that meme and I just had to share that. Okay, I'm going to go to this because I'm going to, seeing as how I got that lovely mental image from Atrax, I'm just going to go here. This is from brainjet.com. I got this sent to me earlier today, and I thought it is just entirely too sick and wrong. And I'm going to go ahead and share the link so y'all can peruse right along with me because a lot of these are visual, and you're going to need to have the visual. Hey there, Vince, also. How you doing, darling? I hope you're having a splendiferous evening. What does flatulence mean? Flatulence means you're effervescent and you're blowing intestinal kisses. That's what flatulence means. No, I'm not going to go there. Well, maybe I will. I don't know. Depends on how frisky I'm feeling by the end of the night. Let me go ahead and share this on my wall over here on World Truth real quick before we dive right in because, yeah, some of these are just, and just to let you know, in case I'm a little more squirrel than I normally am, as if normal applies to me, but I stayed late at work this evening because, well, number one, the guys invited me to have a brewski with them after work to ring out the old year and ring in the new. And, yeah, so I've already had a beer, which is not good, me on the radio after having an adult beverage. And I shared what I'm getting ready to share with you with them. And yeah, if I can get mechanics laughing, then I should be able to get you guys laughing. Should. Not guaranteeing, but here we go. 35 hilariously awful book covers and titles. The Practical Pyromaniac, which basically tells you how to build fire tornadoes, one candle power engines, great balls of fire, which I think is a venereal disease, and more incendiary devices. And if you have great balls of fire, hope to God you get it treated before they turn plaid, okay? Because that means they're getting ready to drop off, darling. You better see someone. It is very difficult to not judge these books by their covers and titles, whether the authors were going for shock value or simply oblivious to what they were portraying. These book titles and or covers are a real treat. As of this writing, each of these books was available on Amazon, and if you're interested in reading more on any of these subjects, here we go. Oh, I see another link off to the side that I'm going to have to go there. So, number one, well, actually number two, who cares about elderly people? I don't know, but that is a rather honest question. Who does? The next one is one that I seriously almost peed myself when I saw it. It's a picture of Mother Teresa, and it's titled The Missionary Position. I am wow. This is also in practice and in theory, just so you know. Yeah, they went there. How about this one? Why do men have nipples? I want to know why they have an olive on the cover. That doesn't look anything like a man's nipples. And if I'd seen a man's nipples that looked like that, I would be very concerned and not get any closer. Just saying. Mm. How about this one? Eating People is Wrong by Malcolm Bradbury, which I wonder if he's any relation to Ray Bradbury. Um, I also wonder if this came out right after the book How to Serve Man. Hmm. Or what about this one? You know, you've read all of the Dick and Jane books, right? Well, this is an invisible dick, which apparently, wow. Yeah. What's that? Okay, I got to see if I want to win the F Bomb prize. The F Bomb prize tonight is a Vag iPod, 2 jars of Grammy's special house ayahuasca spaghetti sauce, and a 2016 Nutscape calendar, all presented in a Dangleberry scrotum tote. Ew. I think I will just kind of, I think I will try and curtail. Um, yeah, I know it has an awful lot of autoplays on it, darling. Yeah, I already disabled that on mine. Okay. Apparently, Invisible Dick comes from someone that went, wow. And, you know, I once told someone, sorry, I don't do miniatures, but I'd never really, wow. Alrighty. Okay, how about this next one? The stray shopping carts of Eastern North America. You know, those things do try and make a break for it. I know everyone has seen them scattered all willy nilly all over like Target and Walmart and grocery store parking lots. Yeah, you know, once they make it outside of the parking lot, they are a bugger to catch. Just saying. I've tried to wrangle those things. This next one just, whew, yeah, this is what would, and it's a religious book, just so's you know how religion is just so dead on. Mommy drinks because you're bad. Wow. Subtitled, How to Traumatize Your Child from an Early Age. Things are smaller than they appear. You're missing the listen? Well, darn it all, Vince. Why? Hmm. No, I've never actually said that, darling. No, I haven't. This one just really kills me, and it's like, wow. The mental image, I am so glad. It's still stripping after 25 years by Eleanor Burns. Whew. Thankfully, it's a quilt in a day book, you know, because, Eleanor, I'm so glad you're not doing the other kind, darling. Really, I am. Or this one, I would, you know, I'd actually like to see this. This apparently is the prequel to Brokeback Mountain, The Manly Art of Knitting. On horseback, mind you, because, well, you know, you got to add that little danger there. Or how about these two? Excuse me. Fancy coffins to make yourself. And reusing old graves. So, not only are you a skinflint, but you're a tight ass in the netherworld as well. And there's a book for that, too, down a little bit. Oh, this one is just, wow, reminds me of that couple over in Spain. The best dad is a good lover. Oh, that's just really wrong on so many levels. Or how about this one? You know, I'd never really thought of this. But, yeah. How to raise your IQ by eating gifted children. Yeah, I like children, but they're a little tough. Just saying. Or, this one is very appropriate. Although I think, you know, you don't. Okay. It's entitled How to Make Money in Your Spare Time. It's a gentleman in a suit and tie with a gun and a ski mask. I think you nowadays, if you were to make it more current, you could just put a badge on him. Or how about this one? It's easy to play classical themes. Now that is just freaking sick and wrong. Having a child sit on Beef Oven's lap. Whew, not pretty, not pretty. That looks like something right out of a Catholic school. This one, I think everyone over in the RLM and on World Truth probably needs to purchase. Everything I want to do is illegal. But enough said. Everything I want to do is probably, I bet you somewhere along the lines there is a law against breathing because, you're creating carbon. Oh, okay, this is the long-awaited sequel to Brokeback Mountain. It's telling the other side of the story. The Big Book of Lesbian Horse Stories. When the Sapphic sisters saddle up, ecstasy is only a hoofbeat away. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, that was a 50 Shades Grey of its time, wasn't it? Woo. Or how about this one? Pooh Gets Stuck. It's called You Need to Eat More Roughage, hon. Pretty much. Oh, they're just against... Oh, so you can inhale. It's the exhaling that... Okay, got that. Thanks, Grim. This one I may actually have to purchase. Seriously, because it looks like ever so much fun. You are worthless. Depressing nuggets of wisdom sure to ruin your day. Author of the best-selling Just Give Up. I may have to buy that book just because it looks like fun. Or how about this one? How green were the Nazis? Were they green? Or were they just green with envy? Or did someone else have some green M&Ms and they decided they wanted them? Inquiring minds want to know. How about this? Hitler was neither a vegetarian nor an animal lover. He consumed people. Because, well, yeah. Okay, now we're getting into the really sick stuff. And wow. Scouts in bondage. Well, I am so glad I didn't have boys, so they didn't go into Boy Scouts, because this is just really, really, some of these are really wrong. And the next one is just equally as wrong. Harpo's Horrible Secret. But here we go. Here's a dietary plan for all of us, and it brings to mind the McShit burger that they have over in Japan. Cooking with poo. How to make a McShit in 3 easy steps. This one I may actually have to read as well. How to succeed in business without a penis. It's secrets and strategies for the working woman. Now, is that the working woman on street corners? Because if she's working on the street corners, she's probably not going to make a whole hell of a lot without a penis around. Just saying. Or, that leads right into the next one, the pocketbook of boners. Which is why a lot of little boys wandered around with their hands in their pocket. The 12 to 14-year-olds, yeah. I had little brothers, and I have grandsons. I know how that shit works. Or how about this one? Oh, hey, now we're getting into the fun stuff. This is the do-it-yourself to the next level. How to make your own sex toys. 50 quick and easy projects with step-by-step pictures. It's a practical guide to better love life with yourself. That's sad. Please be sure to use sandpaper because, slivers in the nether regions are not necessarily something pleasant to have. Or, another cookbook, and this is one that I think I will definitely have to pass on. Not that okay. um, how about this from Natural Harvest? A collection of semen-based recipes. I'll just let that sink in a minute. Bon appetit. Or this one is just for Atrax, because, darling, I think you need this book. Games you can play with your pussy. You need to find one, Atrax, so you can play some games, okay? Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Or Why Cats Paint. Sometimes with poo. Which is that book above. Now, here we go. You know, for the person that was a tight ass and built their own coffin and then reused someone else's grave. Well, you know, if you are that much of a tight ass, then you obviously don't need this next book because you're going to have lots of action. This is the Beginner's Guide to Sex in the Afterlife. It's an exploration of the extraordinary potential of sexual energy and how you can get laid even after you're dead. Ew. Which brings us right to images you should never masturbate to. I'm thinking Nancy Pelosi's one of them. Harry the Crypt Keeper Reed, Diane Frankenstein, Merkel. Oh, the names just keep... Michelle, or as my mother affectionately calls her, Clarabelle. That still just slays me that my mother calls her Clarabelle. You know, anybody can be cool, but awesome takes practice. Really styling sweaters there, dude. Just saying. So, inquiring minds time. Are women human? No. Y'all are having way too much fun. Oh, I like this one. This is for, you know, that farmersonly.com. Well, this is what happens to those people that can't even get laid from Farmers Only. Old tractors and the men who love them. How to keep your tractors happy. I really like this one too. Castration, the advantages and the disadvantages. It's written by Victor T. Cheney. I wonder if he's any relation to Dick Cheney. Inquiring minds wish to know. Yes, they do. That is the end of all of those lovely, lovely, lovely little... Wow. There were some interesting ones. Yes, there were. I'm thinking there's a few of those that I might actually have to read. Just a few. Okay, where did it go? I know there was a way cool link that I wanted to go to. Black holes. Okay, that's racist. And, who you talking about, Willis? Oh, hey, here's a fun one. Yeah, you know, 2015 is, it may as well go out with a bang. 15 ridiculous U.S. laws that are still in effect. Yeah, this is still on brainjet.com, but you know, y'all needed to know this, right? The one that I wanted to go to was people who really shouldn't be allowed to comment on social media, but I don't see that link over there anymore. Where in the hell did it go? Okay, let's get on with this one. 15 ridiculous U.S. laws that are still in effect. Most of America's laws make sense, and it's clear that they are enacted to protect people, if it comforts you to think that way. However, there are a handful of state or city-specific laws that are either severely outdated or make absolutely no sense, but they're still technically legally binding. Like this one. All right, guys, shut up. Women drivers. I don't want to hear it. Okay? Good thing I can't. Sexism is still very overtly alive and well in Waynesboro, Virginia. Or at least it is in one of the town's archaic laws that is technically still in effect. The law states that a woman is only allowed to drive down Main Street if her husband walks in front of the car and waves a red flag. Okay, I want to go there just so I can watch that because I think that would be entertaining as hell. And then I'm going to be a rebel because I don't have one of them their husband things. And I'm going to drive down Main Street without someone in front of me with a red flag just to scare the locals, don't you know? How about this one? Shave or alone? You'll have a hard time landing a girlfriend in Eureka, Nevada with a mustache. The city has made it illegal for anyone with a mustache to kiss a woman. Now, why do you think women would be behind enacting that law? Because I actually don't mind smooching on someone that's got a mustache. That's just me. Or maybe not. I don't know. How about this one? Arizona takes soap burglary very seriously. If anyone in the state is caught stealing soap, the thief must wash himself or herself until the bar of soap has completely disappeared. It's so bitchingly karmic of you, Arizona, which, you know, okay, so they stole a bar of soap and now you're going to make them be clean? Don't you know you're wasting water doing that? Don't you know? Or how about this one in Washington? It really has a lot of faith in the honor system. The state's law requires any traveler with the intent of committing a crime in the state to call the police chief of whatever Washington town he or she is entering. I doubt very seriously if any criminal has actually ever done this, but it's nice to see Washington has hopes that its offenders will be honest about their offenses. Here's another fun one. It's a law that they actually wish was actually enforced. In Indiana, it's illegal to use public transportation or attend a public event within 4 hours of eating garlic or onions. Oh, yeah, party poopers. What? You don't want people going, what? Oh, darn it all. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry, Vince. Darn it all. Okay. Let me respond, seeing as how he can't listen. Okie doke. Let me get back to these silly laws. There's a lot more redunculous laws out there. How about this one? Your grandma will have to conceal her weekend plans if she decides to travel to North Carolina because bingo games that last more than 5 hours are illegal in the state. How can you go 5 hours on one bingo game? You've really got to have some idiotic people. Or maybe that's not just one game. How about this one? It's illegal for anyone in Rhode Island to sell both toothpaste and a toothbrush to the same person on Sundays because, well, we can't have that much oral hygiene on Sunday because if you're hygienic in that way, you might actually kiss somebody on the Lord's Day. So while this is a law, probably not enforced, you can be safe by going to 2 different stores for your dental needs. I'm thinking maybe you just need to make sure you always have toothpaste and a toothbrush around. Or toothpaste in your finger. That works just as well. Well, not just as well, because whatever. How about this one? Flirting is technically illegal in San Antonio, Texas. Well, good thing I didn't know that last time I was in San Antonio. Although the law is still active, we're pretty sure it's difficult to enforce. Also, how would people even meet anyone to date? Well, bumping into each other in the grocery store with those crazy carts that are trying to make a run for it. That's how you meet people. How about this one in Wyoming? Taking pictures of rabbits is outlawed between the months of January and April. Apparently because they're doing the deed and you're not supposed to see that. Because that's the only time bunny rabbits do that. What? Supposed to use the priest class. Ew. No, that is just gross. Entirely too gross. Phooey. Phooey, phooey. Okay, put that fork away, 'cause there is no need for you to put on airs at a diner in Gainesville, Georgia. In fact, it's forbidden by law. It is illegal for anyone in the city to eat fried chicken in any other way besides using their hands, which I have seen people use a fork and a knife to consume a drumstick. And it's like, really? If you think you're impressing somebody, the only impression I'm getting off of you is dirsch. I don't think it does, Atrax. I don't think it applies to jackalopes. But I'm not positive. Okay, here's another one. You should probably avoid North Carolina unless you are really confident in your singing ability. Well, I think I better stay away from there. It's forbidden for anyone to sing off key in the entire state. So maybe they should just hold American Idol auditions there and have the police on call. That sounds like an absolutely excellent idea. Because, yeah, some of those people that get on the American Idol shit are, yeah. And they actually think they can sing. And I keep thinking, honey, were you born with earplugs? Because I wasn't. For some reason, you're looking into selling your eyeballs? Well, you better avoid Texas because the state expressly forbids the selling of one's own eyeballs. Damn it. It begs the question, was there an eyeball selling craze in Texas at some point? Which I'm kind of wondering that myself because I have a tendency to, I've grown rather attached to my eyes and I like using them. A lot, actually. In Arizona, it's a great place to go and find cactuses or cacti, however you wish to say that. Just be sure to treat them kindly because anyone who cuts down a cactus in Arizona can be sentenced to 25 years in prison. And yeah, you'll probably be made fun of by your fellow inmates. And you think there's pricks on a cactus? Just you wait till you get into the Gray Bar Hilton. You gonna say hello to an awful lot of them there. Don't bend over to find that soap. Bubba knows where you are. Did you know that in Quitman, Georgia, there's a simple answer for any why did the chicken cross the road joke? It didn't. The town has outlawed chickens from crossing roads. And finally, the last one, in Washington State, it is illegal to harass a Bigfoot. Okay, the gal that was having the love affair with Bigfoot, was she from Oregon or Washington State? Apparently most people believe in Sasquatch, or they believe it to be a mere folklore, but it's surprising that its possible non-existent legend would receive his very own protective law. So do not harass the big furry dude, okay? Not cool. Yeah, I know they don't mess around with that. Oh, and you're on a friggin' iPad. Well, oh, iPads are not cool when it comes to trying to listen to, yeah. Yeah. I've had lots of fun. Not with trying to listen to the Freakers Ball and all that fun stuff on my iPad, so I just flat ass don't do it. Okay. Seeing as how we've had all that fun stuff, let me go check out World Truth, because I haven't been there for a while. I've been perusing. Uh-oh, Circles. Yes, dear. How are you doing, sweetheart? Okay. Um. Oh, hi, TD. Hi, David. Let's see. Where else? Oh, I need to go to Twitter. I haven't been to Twitter for a while. Oops. Okay, here's another one to end the year on a positive note. This is from beforeitsnews.com. It is 7 off-grid un-American, you homegrown terrorist, you, ways for you could save money this year. And number 1, I just did, actually. I don't know why I waited this long, but it was like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And, well, I do know why, because they were going to up my bill. So I went, okay, before they up my bill. Going off-grid isn't cheap and certainly not something to jump into without research. Even if you can't leave the grid right now, there are ways you can save up for that future of cutting your living costs today. So here we go. Number 1, get rid of your cable, which I got rid of my Dish Network. I think I've watched it a sum total of, okay, and I'm thinking really high here, possibly 5 times since August. And I think there was only one time when I actually spent any real time, and that's because as I was scrolling, I found a movie that I hadn't seen for a while, so I watched it. Other than that, it was 57 channels and nothing's on except for shopping channels and religious channels and news channels and crap. Or maybe that's all crap. In any case, according to statistics, the average American spends roughly $65 a month on cable. Americans over the age of 2 on average watch about 5 hours of television a day. And according to data collected by Nielsen. Not only is cable expensive, it will continue to increase in price. But it is often a waste of time. Yes, it is. Sure, there's educational programs on some channels, and sometimes it's nice to sit back and enjoy a show or a movie, but there are probably better uses of your time and money. And yeah, I've got Netflix, and I have an Amazon Prime account that I haven't charged anything on it in a year, but I have a Prime account so I can watch movies on Amazon Prime or on Netflix, so I really didn't need the Dish Network. I didn't need it before, but it's like, okay, one less outgo. And actually, my children basically did the same thing this month. They got rid of my oldest with the grandbabies. She got rid of her Dish Network, I think, 2 months ago, but my youngest and I both got rid of our Dish Network this month. Because it's just, like I said, 57 channels and nothing's on. So why pay for that? Nothing but garbage. Just done. Okay, number 2, downgrade your cell phone and plan. The average American cell phone plan costs only slightly less than cable, coming in at about $63 a month. And just like cable, the cost is expected to continue to climb. Also, people, just a real quick heads up here. Those texts that I don't know, some of those plans still charge you for extra texts and all that other fun stuff. They're raping you with that shit, just so as you know, because you're already using the airwaves, whatever, the towers. People are already using the towers for phone calls, and so when you send a text, it's not like it's taking up any more room. Also, your data plan, it's not like you're really sucking up a lot of energy or airwave space with that either. So yeah, those things are raping mechanisms, raping your wallet. Just putting that out there. Some people rely heavily on their phones for checking email, making calls, video calling family, etc. And if you're someone who can't give up your phone for whatever reason, then you can look at a less expensive service. Nowadays, there are more no contract options, and some cell phone companies boast rates of $50 a month or less. And yeah, there are some really inexpensive one out there. So be sure, if you're going to be going under contract with any of that stuff, make sure you read the fine print on it. And the no contract ones, read the fine print even closer, because some of those limitations are, you're better off going under a contract. You can also downgrade your phone to one without internet and email access, which will lower your cell phone bill even more. Being able to make phone calls and send text messages might be all you really need, which, once again, using the internet and email access on your cell phone is not eating up any more data stream space in the Ethernet than the phone calls that are already going on and the texts that are flying. It's all a way to milk your wallet dry. Number 3, limit going out to eat. Okay, this is a biggie, and I don't eat out much at all. Basically, during bowling season, most nights that I bowl, I eat something at the bowling alley just because I'm fairly rushed, and it's just easier for me to that's my eating out for the week. Other than that, if I don't have bowling going on, I don't eat out. I much rather cook my own food because I know what's in it that way. This year, for the first time, Americans spent more money going out to eat than buying groceries for cooking at home. That's according to the U.S. Department of Commerce. Going out to eat is nice as a treat, but is an incredible waste of money if you rely on restaurants for regular meals. Eating at home not only saves money, but it's better for you. So why not improve your bank account while staying healthy? Save even more money by starting a garden, which I have one, planting some fruit trees for future harvest, and raising some livestock, which I'm actually kind of sort of considering getting some chickens as well. Bark, 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 bark. Okay, get rid of your old stuff. Americans are pretty obsessed with stuff, which I've also been culling the herd around here. I have quite a bit more I can cull, but hey, I'm working on it. It's interesting how a country that can be so wasteful when it comes to food and produces so much trash also can have a pack rat mentality. It's pretty incredible just how much the average American keeps around. One very shocking statistic is despite the average American home being about 3 times bigger than it was 50 years ago, about 1 in 10 people still have to rent off-site storage. That is sad. That is really sad. Ugh. I'm trying to get rid of shit. And I tell you what, second time round shop here, local, absolutely loves me because as I go through stuff, I get boxes together. And I don't show up there unless the back end of my car is chock full. And then I just say, here, have it. Because I do not do garage sales. I do not. I did those when my children were little. We baked cookies. The cookies sold. The shit people Jewed over. Really? You don't want to pay 5 cents for that. I just bought it last year for $25, but you don't want to pay 5 cents for it. Fuck it. Oh, shit. Shit. 52 minutes in. Who had 52 minutes in? Damn it. I totally suck at not doing the F-bomb thing, don't I? Oh, well, it goes on to say that you should take a more minimalistic mindset when it comes to material objects, and it's going to save you money. From a homesteading point of view, this means not cluttering your property with objects you never use, but also looking at objects you may have with repurposing in mind, which, yeah, I have quite a few things like that, and it never fails, As soon as I get rid of something, within 2 weeks after I get rid of it, I'm tearing through the house going, what the hell did I do with that? I know I have that here somewhere because I'm needing it. And then I remember, shit, I took it to second time round shop. Damn it. Well, I guess I didn't need it that bad. Oh, well. Number 5, reduce the amount of water you use. I already said it. I said it at 52 minutes. Fuck it. Oh, Moosey. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I used to do garage sales, but I don't do them anymore because I don't like garage sales. And hi there, the fine print. Just in case y'all aren't sure, yeah, I think y'all know who that is. You picked a god name for... Oh, what's your god name? Okay, I'm catching up on the reading here. Introductory 3.2 tithe rate. Okay. That's what I did too, Moosey. When I had a... yeah. When I had... The last time I had a garage sale, I took everything to the second time around shop and said, here, I'm done. Fuck it. There. I've already dropped the F-bomb, so fuck it. Joke them if they can't take a fuck, right? Right. Okay, number 5. Let's get back to this shit. Damn it. All to hell. Using flush toilets. Taking 30-minute showers and soaking in a giant full bathtubs might be nice, but they do waste a lot of water. Okay, sweetie. I have a septic system, and you need to get at least a certain amount of water in those on a daily basis. No, I don't take 30-minute showers. Yes, I do take a bath. Occasionally, once a week, I get a bath where I just soak and do the Calgon take me away kind of thing. And it's like, just leave me the fuck alone. I got my bubbles going. I'm good. It's not Calgon because that shit's nasty. Ugh, Lord. I make my own bubble stuff. And no, Atrax, it's not because I'm fucking effervescent, okay? Although, you know what a twerp is, right? Someone who farts in the bathtub and bites the bubbles. In any case, water is a precious commodity, and it would be crazy to flush it away with human waste. Okay, I don't use a whole hell of a lot of water around here, but yeah. The human waste, yeah. Solid matter goes. It's not going to sit there. It's going to go. Yet many Americans find it odd to use something like an outhouse when a toilet is available. I also have one of those. Haven't used it yet because there's spider webs and shit. Regardless of where you live, you can probably adopt a better way of water conservation when it comes to hygiene and bodily functions. Composting toilets are a wonderful idea and very versatile, and some are even made specifically for RVs, which I actually thought about making a composting toilet for my basement bathroom. I think that would be, and then I could go and put it out in my compost pile. And as for saving water and recycling water and stuff, I have wash tubs in my sink, and my wash water is in a tub, and my rinse water is in a tub. And when I'm done rinsing water or washing dishes and rinsing them, I take that water out and I pour it on what I have growing out in my pots. So there. As for showering, you can go super basic by using heated water and dumping it on yourself or in a tub. You can look at other options like solar showers. Also, whether you're bathing inside or outside, use the leftover water as gray water for your plants or garden. Already thunked about that, just need to get the plumbing system set up. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I have a septic system and I do need a certain amount of water to go into there. So, having said that, number 6, choose alternative light sources. Oh, I've been growled at by people that come to my house. Why do you only have one light on? Because that's the only light I need. I can see my way around. I don't need to turn more lights on. When the power goes out, it can be surprising to learn how much you rely on the ease of flipping off a light switch to light up a room, or flipping it on as well. Most people already have flashlights around, but in preparation of going off grid and to reduce electric bills, you're not going to want to just rely on them at night, which I also have a couple of the oil lamps here that are wonderful for ambiance. And if I just flat ass don't feel like turning on a light, I got those going. I also have candles. But I'm really, I don't like to do those at night. And during the day, I don't turn any lights on until the sun goes down, basically. Which in the wintertime, sun goes down early, so I turn a light on sooner. There's many ways to light your house off-grid, such as lanterns, candles, solar light system, and solar-powered outdoor lights that you bring inside at night, which, yeah, damn it, thank you for reminding me. I need to go and get me some more solar lights because I have coffee cans that I am going to put those in and let them sit outside to charge during the day and bring them in at night. That's really a very cool idea. And finally, number 7, create an off-grid kitchen. Cooking in modern kitchens uses quite a bit of energy. Making an off-grid kitchen is a great way to start learning more primitive cooking skills and reduce your bills. There's many ways to cook without power, and it really depends on your home and what you find to be the best way for you. For example, a wood stove is a great method for making a meal in the cold months while also heating your home. And in the warmer months, it's best to take your cooking outdoors to keep inside as cool as possible, which in the winter or in the summertime, yeah, when I do cook, most of the time it's out on the barbecue grill. So, and I also have a wood burning stove, so there, which is great if you can get it just right, which I haven't gotten that knack down yet. But if you can get it just right, you can get a pot of stew going on that thing and let it all day long. Oh, yeah. Makes the whole place smell wonderful, too. Hi, Morton Middle Fart. So a middle fart, is that one between the two cheeks? And what is a fart that is not a middle fart? Inquiring minds want to know, Morton. Okay. Oh, what are you guys talking about now? Biofilters. Ah, okay. Yes, Grimmy, that's true. Hello again, Rob Works. Fucking Viqueens. Oh, what did the Viqueens do this time, Moose? I'm not paying attention here. What's the sad prediction? Are you gonna be a frog, the fine print? Are you gonna ribbit, croak, ribbit? Okay, let me see. I'm catching up on the reading here. I predict that there will be people that will wake up every morning, and there will be people who won't. Just like what's been going on for the last couple of millennium. Okay. What else? Oh yeah, I do have one of those water saving shower heads too. So, okay. A middle fart take none of my business. Okay. Oh, now. Isn't liable like one of those things that people get sued over? You don't want to be going there, dang it. Dang it. Okay. Let me share this before it's news thing over here on World Truth and over here. Uh-oh, your nose fell off. I hate when that happens. It did that just to spite your face. Yeah, I know, Spacey. And the one that I have, gosh, I don't remember I think it's 0.87. I didn't go for this because number one, those things are kind of sort of expensive. But oh, see you guys in your spelling, spelling schmelling. Who gives a horse's patootie? I don't, because I don't have one. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, Faye Grimm. Faye said her connection is piss poor tonight. Happy New Year, darling. I hope your connection gets better, but if it doesn't, I can't do nothing from here. Okay. Get that shared. La, 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 la. With the hings I say on the air. You say hings, Grim? I don't eBay Space Wolf. That was one of those things where it's like, no, 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 no. I stay away from eBay. Tell me to refresh. Why should I refresh? I know my shout box. I hate that thing doesn't keep up on its own. Dang it all. So you want me to be refreshing? Okay. What's going on in the shout box? Yeah, we have the quirky little things. Circles! Fuckity fuckity fuck 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 fuck. Fuck. Fucking farts. Farks. Farks. Fuck fuckity fuck fucking farks. Is that my first Denmarkese words? For all you grammar Nazis out there. Oven is hot. Ow, Marcos. Darling. Yeah. Usually if the oven is turned on, it's freaking hot. Hun. You goofball. Okay, I am going to get to... it was something... There we go. Our very own Costin shared it over on World Truth the other day. And I told myself I was going to do this tonight because Costin is so kind enough to share it on my wall. I may as well get to it. Correctamundo. So this is from worldpoliticsandbusiness.com. More on the world of the crazy train. China's social engineering credit for obedience may soon be coming to USA, as if it's not already here. Ah, yes. It's not bad enough that we had a year of Isis and Shrillery and her lost emails and Dangleberry and Mushel still gallivanting around the world on our dime. And let's see, microaggressions and people that are continually, perpetually butthurt. The wambulances, I wish I owned stock in wambulances because I would be a bazillionaire right now. if I own stock in ambulances. But now, as the year comes to an end, and oh yeah, there's all kinds of lovely stuff, Dangleberry's going to do a new executive order. An executive order is not law. It's not. I don't give a shit how many pieces of paper he signs. Or he has his little auto signer sign for him because he's off in Hawaii or someplace like that. Oh well. Let me get to this. Since Costin went to the trouble of writing it, and he actually does a pretty darn good job, so. Well, as the crazy train continues its worldwide ride to insanity, China has come up with a new solution to control its people. It's time to grow a garden, peeps. It's called Sesame Credit, the new Orwellian way of controlling the people. And the system is ran by two well-known social networking industries in China, which owns the Riot Games and has a major share in Epic Games and Activision Blizzard and Alibaba. I guess that's Tencent that owns those. This in itself is a frightening prospect, and it is set up as a gaming social engineering tool for Chinese leaders to see how obedient its citizens will be. Oh yay, obey! Oh yay, obey! You will obey, as opposed to eBay. If you post something contrary to the Chinese government's story, your Sesame credit goes down. Oh, that sucks. If you post something good about the Chinese leaders, well, you get better Sesame credits. So it's like Sesame Street on creds or on meds, something. The Sesame credit system also tracks the types of friends you hang out with. You've entered a world. If they post something that goes against the party, you are also affected with loss of Sesame credits and will also have a low obedience score because, you know, you hang with those kind of people and you get painted with the same brush. Just saying. Even worse, they can set you up for isolation and public humiliation from others who want those Sesame credits. And they can either socially pressure you to either go along, to get along, or you will face isolation and public humiliation, not unlike what's going on in a lot of the higher echelons of public education, those ivory towers of the urinal-versities. That's pretty much a better way to call it, urinal-versities, because, yeah, they're full of shit. Let's see. So, how things went in Orwell's 1984, however, it's not how things. Wait a minute here. This is how things went in Orwell's 1984. Yes, read it properly, Grammy. However, what makes this so insidious is they use the gaming engines as a disguise to make it seem fun. Yeah, see, you're playing a game. It's just like when they teach their children, you know, if your mommy and daddy do something bad, you should report them to your, report them to your teacher or to a policeman. Yes, you should tell people if your parents are doing something naughty, like making you behave or homeschooling you. Ooh, yeah. So now you may be asked why I say that it may wind up being used here in the U.S. Well, sweetheart, it's already here. As mentioned early in the article, Tencent is the owner of Riot Games and has sufficient shares in Epic and Activision Blizzard. Then you look at all the connections these organizations have to one another. They both import and export games here in the U.S. Not only that Facebook is connected to them as well. We all know that Mark Zuckerberg censors Facebook. Oh, yeah. But if you share this meme, he'll give you some T-Rexes and some of his money, too. He also blocks content it deems inappropriate or offensive, like when I try and tell people that I'm on the radio because I put a link in it. And Grimmy, you know, the link that I put in there all the time is to RLM, so they're censoring me because of you. Are you a subversive, Grimner? Are you one of them homegrown terrorists? Also, Zuckerberg told Merkel on a hot mic that he would help censor certain political speech when it came to the Syrian refugees. Well, Zuckerberg. Kiss Margaret. Also, Zuckerberg told Merkel, duplicate. Now in China, all of this is an opt-in for now. However, by 2020, this may be made mandatory if all goes well. If all goes according to my evil plan, you will all be playing my games and ratting each other out. Piffle. This is not a credit score. It is a rating your character as either obedient or dissident. As I stated, you either toe the party line or face public humiliation and isolation, which, okay, if this is just a character, it's a fucking character. It's imaginary. It's not real. Kind of sort of like your straw man, only even more amorphous. It's a virtual reality. It is not true. But people will treat you as if it is because people are morons anymore. So apparently Costin's take on all of this is, I will take liberty and freedom over being a slave. There you go, Costin. You go. And if those in power have their way, it will also be used here. Well, you know, they can try. They can try. But, you know, just because they try doesn't mean you have to comply. Just saying. I mean, they can write all the rules they want. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go along with them. Yes, dear? Happy New Year's, Circle. Rest well, and I will talk to you next year. Oh, let me share this over here on World Truth real quick. Just kind of give Costin another plug. And although Costin, I understand the gloom and doom you're seeing in this shit, and I really do get that, you know, if you allow it to continue, it will continue, because that's just kind of the way life works. What you allow will continue. But allowing also is part of playing along with. And if you don't play along with their nonsense, you're no longer allowing it. People just need to get to that point where they're like, fuck you. Seriously? Fuck you. You know, children break rules all the time. And yeah, they get time out or they get a swat or whatever your form of reprimand is for your child. Preferably not a belt. Those hurt. But I think there's just enough people out there. I mean, no, it's probably not going to be a majority, but the majority will benefit from those of us out there that kind of go, really? Are you shitting me? Fuck you. That's kind of, it's always that smaller percentage that changes things for the better or for the worse for the larger percentage. That's just the way the world works. I hear you, Moosey. Okay. That's true, Barman. Humans do need to learn to have more fun with gloom and doom. That is true. Is Barman drunk? Barman? Damn it. The hell? Okay, wait a minute. Oh, Love Boat, Fantasy Island, Match Game. Okay, I'm catching up with some of this silliness you got. No more Crapper John. What? Wayne Rogers died? Aw, well, okay. You know that happens. People die. It's kind of what happens. Okay. Declaration about life. Be everything you can be. Is this Charlie Chaplin? You ain't drunk? Well, how in the hell am I supposed to take advantage of you if you ain't drunk? Damn it all. Because I know that's how Asmo got on top. Oh, cool. Okay. Who shared this? Yes. Moosey, I'm going to read that. Okay. Okay, this is erica-inspiration.com, and it is attributed to Charlie Chaplin on his 70th birthday. As I began to love myself. His declaration about life. I think this is awesome. Although I've just read a little bit, but scanned, perused. Okay, I saw a few words. I'm not that fast of a reader. Okay, here we go. As I began to love myself, I found that anguish and emotional suffering are only warning signs that I was living against my own truth. Today, I know this is authenticity. As I began to love myself, I understood how much of it can offend somebody as I try to force my desires on this person. Even though I knew the time was not right and the person was not ready for it, and even though this person was me. Today, I call it respect. As I began to love myself, I stopped craving for a different life, and I could see that everything that surrounded me was inviting me to grow. Today, I call it maturity. As I began to love myself, I understood that any circumstance, I am in the right place at the right time, and everything happens at exactly the right moment. So I could be calm. Today, I call it self-confidence. As I began to love myself, I quit stealing my own time and stopped designing huge projects for the future. Today, I only do what brings me joy and happiness, things I love to do, and that makes my heart cheer. And I do them in my own way and in my own rhythm. Today, I call it simplicity. As I began to love myself, I freed myself of anything that is no good for my health. Food, people, things, situations, and everything that drew me down and away from myself. At first, I called this attitude a healthy egoism. Today, I know it's love of oneself. As I began to love myself, I quit trying to always be right. And ever since I was wrong less of the time, today I discovered that is modesty. As I began to love myself, I refused to go on living in the past and worry about the future. Now, I only live for the moment, where everything is happening. Today, I live each day, day by day, and call it fulfillment. As I began to love myself, I recognized that my mind can disturb me. Yeah. And it can make me sick. But as I connected it to my heart, my mind became a valuable ally. Today I call this connection wisdom of the heart. We no longer need to fear arguments, confrontations, or any kind of problems with ourselves or others. Even stars collide, and out of their crashing, new worlds are born. Today, I know that is life. Cool. Cool. Thank you, Moosey. I'll go ahead and put that over on World Truth as well. Oh, well, thank you, darling. You know, that's some of the lovely little lessons I've learned in life as well. You know, you can go through your life blaming everyone else for all of your problems. Oh, I didn't get a raise at work. Oh, this didn't work out. Oh, my car isn't running. Oh, this, oh, that. Life just totally sucks. Yada, 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 yada. You can blame the world and everyone in it for all of your woes, or you can step back or sit down and, as Circle says, talk to your ceiling, although I prefer to just kind of look around and watch the birds and squirrels and butterflies, and actually realize that everything that's happening, you have a choice to accept it or not. You have a choice to allow it to continue or not. The choice is always up to you. Now, yeah, there's going to be someone out there that's going to say, oh, yeah, but what if someone comes up with a gun and they're going to shoot you and kill you? Okay, you do have to deal with the choices that others make too, because this is one of those worlds where everybody kind of shares the living space. But you, in that moment, when you're looking down the barrel of that gun and you ain't got any way to defend yourself other than to say, I love you, or to try and avoid the bullet or what have you, you can either try and dodge it and go out with fear because you're trying to dodge, or you can look them in the eye and be brave, be ballsy. If you're not close enough to get that damn thing out of their hand, if you're not close enough to do anything physically to stop them, then you have to try mentally. And if nothing else, go down proud and go down loving people. And just look at them and say, you know what? I don't know where you're coming from. I don't know why you want to do this to me. I enjoy my time here on this pretty little blue marble floating through space, or pretty little multicolored pancake floating in a sheet of ice, or whatever the hell it is. Yeah, throw a soup can. You have all kinds of ways of defending yourself, but if that is not a possibility, if you're confronted with looking down that barrel, you going to shit yourself, or you're going to just look at them and say, well, I guess if you're going to pull that trigger, you're going to pull that trigger. There's not a whole hell of a lot I can do about it, is there? You can either go out being afraid, or you can go out thinking, must have been my time. You know what? I love you anyway. Don't like what you're doing. Don't like this one bit, but I love you anyway. And hey, if this is my time, then thank you for being the one that is the tool to the timing. There's the people out there, there's all kinds of people out there that do mean and nasty things to us, and a lot of them are not that dire. They're not that final. But there are people that do nasty things to us. And we can either go through our life being totally butthurt over the nasty things that some vile creature did to us, or we can look at it and we can go, son of a bitch, that totally sucked, but you know what? I lived through it. Left scars on me, but those are badges of honor because I lived through it. There's a lot of people that don't. So hold your head up. You know, you got shit come at you, and I know I have shit come at me, and I have those moments where I just want to go hide in a corner and just bawl my eyes out. I don't have them near as often as I used to, trust me. You know, now I would much rather look at it and go, really? What the fuck? Seriously? And then I laugh at it. And you know what? The laughing at it, it helps. It makes me feel better. And eventually I just get to the point where it's like, fuck it. So, okay, next. Because life does that to you. You can either go through it being pissy and pissed, or you can go through it laughing at it and taking some of that sting out every time you laugh. And you know what's really cool is when you laugh, other people will either give you a very wide berth because they're thinking, holy shit, she's crazy, what's she plotting this time? Or they'll laugh right along with you. But either way, people are noticing. And it does stick in the back of their minds. And maybe someday, when they are confronted by something that's not so cool, that'll pop up in their little memory bank and they'll go, she laughed her ass off at that. And what she went through was a hell of a lot worse than this shit. Well, hell, if she can laugh at it, why in the hell can't I? Maybe you can be a good example. Maybe you can throw a fuck fit and laugh while you're doing it. I don't know. I just know that I prefer to go through life smiling and laughing and pretending like I'm Chinese occasionally. Hua! And thank you very much, Charlie Chaplin, for your declaration about life, for flipping that little switch in my little memory banks, or as I like to affectionately call it, my Rolodex, because memory banks, that implies that there's actually electrical firings going on in there, and usually it's more of a noise going on because that Rolodex is spinning and it just shits, it throws stuff out occasionally. So, yeah. That's my thing for the new year. I'm just going to try and spend the whole year laughing at the bullshit and laughing at the fun stuff and trying to just treat people the way I want to be treated. And maybe, just maybe, I'll be lucky enough to have some of that wonderful niceness rub off on them and I'll get treated the way I treated others. It's a thought. Couldn't hurt. And if it does hurt, well, it'll leave a scar and I'll live through it. Yeah, Uncle Cliff was crazy. Oh, goodness. Very true, Atrax. Rather die on your feet than live on your knees. I'm not ever gonna, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I'm reading this feed and, yeah. Atrax, when you said a stapler. My one of my cousins, I believe, no, it's best friend of one of my cousins, posted a meme over on Facebook that said she has just confirmed that Staples does carry staples. So, she's on her way to Dick's right now. I told her to report back to me because inquiring minds want to know. Oh, Atrax, you goofball. And yes, Uncle Cliff was a creeper. Speaking of creepers, I work with one. Oh, holy shit. Yes, he did do that. And if you got within reach of Uncle Cliff, he would grab you and chew on your ears. Uncle Cliff was really... Oh, Moosey. See, I just said that, fine print. Yeah, we both remember the same Uncle Cliff. Yeah, Grandpa did that too, but I think you're too young for Grandpa. I think he died before. Oh, not before you. Oh, hey, looky there, Team Anti-Trump. I'm Team Nobody. Damn it. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. What? What? Attracts, what if I don't want to watch myself? You know, I've had people tell me I'm supposed to watch my mouth, and I tell them I can't. It's below my nose, and I can't see past my nose. Oh, goodness. Okay, I was looking over here on UPI to see if there was anything that... Oh, hey. I may have to, actually, because I was looking at the main feed, or their main articles, and there's an Idaho man that makes a calendar showcase with his back hair. Ew. But off to the side, it has top 10 resignations, reprimands, and retirements of 2015. And you know I got to go there because, well, it had the Weeper of the House as the main picture on it. Oh, Fido. Just because they wouldn't throw you a bone anymore because you just didn't roll over and play dead the way they wanted you to, darling. Apparently this year, protesters, voters, and government officials decided it was time for a change. From Fido's surprise announcement in Congress to the ousting of Ashley Madison's CEO, here's a list of the most controversial resignations in 2015. Thomas Jackson, Ferguson, Missouri police chief. What did you do, Thomas? Inquiring minds want to know because I don't pay attention to the clap. Ferguson Police Chief Thomas Jackson resigned in March after the U.S. Department of Justice released a report criticizing his department for racial discrimination. Jackson was the third top official in the city to resign in the wake of the fatal shooting of black teen Michael Brown this year, or the year before. Okay, big woo. Yes, huh? What? Who Jacob? Marley? I'm not on any team, damn it. Unless I get to be the I in team, which the only place you find an I in team is in the a-hole. Oh, well. So, Juana. Oh, don't be a creeper, darling. Okay, number 2, Rachel Dolezal, who was the president of NAACP in Spokane, Washington. She apparently resigned because, well, just because she identified as a black didn't mean she was. Sometimes I identify as a tribble. Doesn't mean I am. Although she's got the hairdo to be a tribble. Rachel Dolezal announced her resignation in June as president of the Spokane chapter of the NAACP after her parents produced a birth certificate indicating she is white. Actually, she's just a lighter shade of pale. The former president maintains her chosen racial identity and started a nationwide debate about race and ethnicity because she chose to identify racially as well. Honey. Just because you fake bake don't mean shit. How about this one? Noelle Bitterman, Ashley Madison's CEO. Well, is that Noel or Noel? Must be Noel, because that's his wife, Amanda. Like, I pay attention to this shit. I don't care. Noel Bitterman stepped down as the CEO of Avid Life Media, the parent company of Ashley Madison, in August after hackers exposed the infidelity website's list of more than 37 million users, including names and emails. Avid Life faced a number of lawsuits in both Canada and the United States following the cyber attack. Among the members whose identities were revealed was Josh Dugard, star of reality television series 19 Kids and Counting, which TLC later canceled. And you know what I say to something like that? Number one, if you frickin' morons don't realize it, once you put something on the internet, it's out there forever. That's number one. Number two, if you're going to be looking for a little bit of strange, even if you do it in the real world, somebody's going to find out eventually. And when you make your hookups on the cybernet, you're just opening yourself up for more opportunities for someone to totally bust you at getting you some strange. So, dumbasses. And then you have the nerve to go, they violated my privacy. Okay, you were showing your privates to God knows everyone except for the person you're married to, you sick bastard or bitch or whatever the hell you are. Violated? Pfft, you put it out on the fucking internet. You don't have privacy anymore, honey. That's just a simple fact. There's only so much security you can have. And quite frankly, a lot of those websites don't come anywhere close to having the kind of security you seem to think you have. How about this one? Alexis, yeah, he's the Greek prime minister. I'm not even going to try and butcher that last name. Apparently, he announced his resignation in August, 8 months after he was elected into office. His announcement came amid criticism after he accepted austerity measures his campaign had promised to reject. After the September snap elections, he led his party to another victory and was reelected as prime minister. And why? Because he owns the lone goat. That's why. Oh. John Boehner, Weeper of the House of Representatives. Nayan the sure ya weeper put. In September, Fido abruptly announced that he would resign from the House of Representatives. His announcement came on the day he was expected to pitch a strategy to fellow Republicans to avoid a government shutdown. Unfortunately, he had just gotten smacked in the nose with a rolled up newspaper by Dangleberry, and he just didn't feel up to it anymore. So with tail tucked between his legs, not even having the energy to go and sniff a butt, Fido claimed that he'd originally planned to step down at the end of 2014, but there was a butt to sniff, and he just couldn't pull himself away from it. But he cited the ongoing struggle with the Republican Party as his main reason for stepping down, because it had absolutely nothing to do with that rolled up newspaper, and it really hurt. Weeper, whiner, weeper. How about this one? Tim Wolf from the University of Missouri. Yeah, he was the president, and he resigned in November amid protests over inaction. Here we go. Wambulance, wee-oo. In action regarding racially charged incidents on campus. Calls for his resignation began after it took nearly a week for the administration to address Missouri Student Association President Peyton Head's claims of racial abuse on campus. They microaggressed against me. So he quit. Wow. Let's see. Members of the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints, which, what's the difference between Latter-day Saints and current-day saints? other than the latter-day ones are older and dustier. Apparently, a new policy within the Mormon Church labeling same-sex couples apostate, is that how you say that? Or apostate? And refusing to baptize children of same-sex couples. Wait a minute here. I'm trying to figure out how that works. Oh, adopting. That's right. Because I was going to... No, don't go there, Grammy. This caused hundreds of members to formally resign in November. Many active and inactive members stood in line to drop off resignation papers and officially cut ties with the church. Good for you. Step away from all of those spires. You know, any place of worship that you go to that takes your money and makes pretty doodahs that serve absolutely zero purpose whatsoever other than to be bling on a building. If you're going somewhere that has bling on their building, you're going to the wrong church. There's a much better church to go to. Just go out in your yard and watch the clouds, even if they're chemtrail clouds. Watch the clouds. Check out the squirrels and the birds and the bugs and the flowers and that kind of shit, because that's a church that you don't have to tithe to. Okay? And you don't have to listen to anyone else's bullshit if you don't want to. Just walk away from them if they're slinging a line of bullshit. I don't believe in churches. Have you noticed that? How about this one? Ramil Kadyrov. He's the head of Russia's anti-doping agency. Anti-doping. The Russian sports ministry announced the resignation of Ramil, the head of the country's anti-doping agency, in December. His resignation came less than a month after the agency was accused of covering up doping by Russian athletes and suspended by the World Anti-Doping Agency Commission. No. Russian athletes being chemically enhanced? Say it isn't so. Oh, how about this one? Erica Christakis. Oh, for Christ's sakes. That's what it looks like. Erica, for Christ's sakes. She's a Yale professor. Excuse me. Apparently, she resigned in December, months after an email she sent in response to a message from the school's Intercultural Affairs Council cautioned students against wearing insensitive or hateful costumes for Halloween. Her email sparked a series of student protests over free speech and racism on the campus. Okay, so did she send the email? Am I reading that right? Okay, an email she sent, excuse me, she sent in response to a message from the school's. So was she the one that sent an email saying, I call bullshit on your oversensitivity? Or did she send an oversensitive, totally knicker-knotted email? Because I didn't, as if I care, but for sake of argument in this article, I'd kind of like to know. Oh, here's one. That's a really cute duck face there, dude, but you know, it doesn't work real well with the upper lip hair. Gary McCarthy, the police superintendent of Chicago. Oh, too bad it's not Rahm Emanuel. 1 week after the release of a police video showing a white police officer fatally shooting a black teen 16 times. I'm thinking he had to reload somewhere in there, unless he had one of those assault weapons. Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel, ram it up your Chicago shoot. He asked for the resignation of the police superintendent, Gary McCarthy, in December. Emanuel is facing growing tensions within the city, also announced the creation of a police oversight task force. All of this is to divert attention from himself because people want him to resign too. I think they need to arrest his sorry ass and throw him in the Gray Bar Hilton for an extended stay. Okay, what's that? Huh? Let's see. $65 for Sprint. Oh. Okay, I'm checking this shit out. Okay. Yeah, I don't like Sprint. Okay. I have a Google Voice number as well. I have a Google Voice number and I also have a Skype number. Cool. Okay. I'll go ahead and share this over on World Truth as well. I am getting really close to the end of my time. Y'all have been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on World Truth Radio and RealLibertyMedia.com Channel 9. Also on the WorldTruth.org Spreaker channel. And this is Grammy's Rocket Chair on a shit day. Sure happy it's Thursday, which just so happens to also be... That's okay, Smoosie. That's fine. I was actually kind of catching up on some of that because I don't know about a lot of that stuff. I'm under contract because I actually like the service I have out here. And I got my phone really, 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 really cheap. And I also have my mom on my plan. So, you know, that I have multiple reasons why I have gone the route I have gone. In any case, it's all cool, Moose. It's all cool. Now I lost my train of thought. Woo woo! Oh, okay. Yeah, be sure to stick around because Atrax is coming on right after me for this New Year's Eve festivities here on World Truth Radio. And directly following Atrax will be Grimner and Moose Girl with a special note window licking edition of the Freakers Ball. I'm brain farting here. Tomorrow, and Flash and Circle went to bed, and Vince is not here, so damn it, I can't confirm. But I think they were planning on doing their show tomorrow at noon Central Time, which is 1 o'clock Eastern Time, 11 o'clock Mountain Time, yada, 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 yada. So, hopefully we'll have that. Excuse me, belch. On Saturday, Kira will be on with her radio show Saturday afternoon. I believe that's at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And then after that, Bo Diddy is going to be playing some tunage, I'm sure, Saturday evening for your entertainment. And Bo knows how to entertain with that tunage, let me tell you. Sunday, Grimner will be back with some tunage at, is that noon Eastern Time, darling, or is that 1 o'clock Eastern? I think it's 1 o'clock Eastern Time. I think it's noon my time. In any case, Grimmy will be playing the blues to lead into Hal Anthony and his Behind the Woodshed, where he's going to open up a can of whoop ass and probably make you pick your own switch as well. Because that's kind of the way Hal rolls. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow night or not. I haven't decided yet. I mean, it's Friday and it's the new year and I may be a slacker. Because I'm on tonight. So, you know, what the hell? I can't overachieve all the time. As if I overachieve often anyway. But I will be back next week Wednesday for a Wackadoodle Wednesday. It'll be the first Wackadoodle Wednesday of the new year. So we'll have to have all kinds of fun wackadoodly stuff to do. Don't you know? Oh, let's see. Let me find some other silliness to ring out this year. I don't remember if I had any more in my pocket or not. Let me dig around in there. Oh, yay. Oh, bye. Here we go. Here's a good one that we can... Yeah, I saw this multiple times today. Multiple people shared the link. This is from the Free Thought Project, or at least this is the one that I have. Although there were lots more. Let's see. Purchasing a lottery ticket tomorrow. Woo woo! Okay. Yes. What? If you come on tomorrow, I would love to spend the new year on air with you, Grant. Oh, well, that would be fun. We'll have to discuss that Atrax. I'm not real sure if it's not like I'm going to have anything else going on, but we'll discuss that later. Okay. How about this one? This just pretty much puts the icing on the cake for cops this year, and my favorite state, Florida. Because apparently an entire Florida police department is busted for laundering tens of millions of international drug cartels' money. Who'd have thunk? The village of Ball Harbor, which is a population of 2,513, which is slightly larger than where I work, may have a tiny footprint on the northern tip of Miami Beach, but its police department had grand aspirations of going after international drug traffickers and making a few $1,000,000 while they were at it. Yeah, the Ball Harbor PD and the Glades County Sheriff's Office set up a giant money laundering scheme with the purported goal of busting drug cartels and stemming the surge of drug dealing going on in the area. But it all fell apart when federal investigators and the Miami Herald found strange things going on. Ooh, there's strange things afoot, Watson. The 2-year operation, which took in more than $55 million from criminal groups, resulted in 0 arrests. Well, they just didn't have enough evidence to convict, so why even bother arresting? Duh. It did net $2.4 million for the police, posing as money launderers. Members of the 12-person task force traveled far and wide to carry out their deals, from Los Angeles to New York to Puerto Rico. Sounds like something Dangleberry would approve of, all of those lovely jaunts and junkets on the public's dime. Thank you ever so much. Along the way, the small-town cops got a taste of luxury as they used the money for first-class flights, yeah, luxury hotels, Mac computers, and submachine guns, as opposed to machine guns. These were just subs. They weren't the real thing, right? Because they're just subs. It's like a substitute teacher, right? Meanwhile, the Ball Harbor PD and the Glades County Sheriffs were buying all sorts of fancy new equipment. Besides these official uses of the money, confidential records obtained by the Miami Herald showed that officers withdrew hundreds of thousands of dollars with no record of where the money went. Kind of like what Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson do as well. How much in back taxes do you owe now, Al? That's what I thought. Yeah, they were like bank robbers with badges. Oh, as if that's any different from most of them out there. This was said by Dennis Fitzgerald. He's an attorney and former Drug Enforcement Administration agent who taught undercover tactics for the U.S. State Department. It had no law enforcement objective. The objective was to make money, which, duh. The only reason they have laws that they enforce is to make money. Duh. The operation, which was not fully reported to federal authorities, funneled millions of dollars to overseas criminals and interfered with investigations being carried out on known moneylenders. Who'd have thunk? The latest revelations show that at least 20 people in Venezuela were sent drug money from Florida cops, including William Amaro Sanchez, the foreign minister under Hugo Chavez, and now special assistant to President Nicolas Maduro. They wired a total of $211,000 to Sanchez, even while the U.S. government was investigating Venezuelan government leaders involved in the drug trade. Never mind, don't look, none of you beeswax. Instead of reporting the knowledge of Sanchez to federal agencies, the cops went on laundering money and taking their cut because it's for the policeman's balls. Yeah. And all the while aiding Sanchez in his machinations, which likely included political corruption. No! Who'da thunk? Political corruption? I'm thinking those two words go hand in hand. You know, they're almost like, snuggle buddies. 4 other Venezuelan criminals and smugglers were major recipients of the millions being wired from the Bell Harbor PD and Glades Sheriff's Office, including a figure tied to one of the largest drug cartels in the hemisphere. These actions violated state, federal bans on sending illegal money overseas, which illegal money, okay, what's the difference between illegal money and legal money? That's kind of like what's the difference between monopoly money and American money. If you know the difference, it's all good. Pat yourself on the back. Well, you know what? That brings me up to the end of my time this evening. So, y'all have an awesome rest of your evening. Have a splendiferous ringing out of this old, haggard, disease-ridden year. And have an awesome time ringing in the new one that it ain't got its taint on yet. It's a Vestal Virgin till somebody gets it. I'm wondering who's going to do it first. Somebody's going to screw the year. I just know they are. In any case, I might be back tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. Depends on my mood.